Welcome back. Today, we're taking a nostalgic trip down memory lane as we explore the timeless beauty of 20 of the most captivating black actresses from the 1970s. But that's not all. We'll also be uncovering how these stunning women have gracefully evolved then and now. From groundbreaking performances to enduring beauty, join us as we celebrate the remarkable journeys of these iconic actresses. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our fascinating content. Let's embark on this journey together. The 20 most beautiful black actresses of the 1970s, then and now, Diahann Carroll. Diahann Carroll, a highly accomplished American actress, singer, and stage performer, commenced her acting journey with the film Carmen Jones. Her remarkable talent garnered critical acclaim across various films, television series, and musicals. Notably, her outstanding portrayal in the lead role of Claudine earned her an Oscar nomination, depicting a Harlem woman courageously raising 6 children alone. Carroll's versatility shone in films like Sunset Boulevard, while her contributions as a recording artist in jazz and pop music further solidified her legacy. Her Broadway debut in House of Flowers marked the beginning of a stellar musical career, with her exceptional performance in Bubbling Brown Sugar showcasing her acting prowess. Breaking barriers, Diahann Carroll made history with her role in the television sitcom Julia, portraying a black woman in a non-stereotypical role. The show's popularity garnered her a Golden Globe Award for Best Newcomer and Emmy Award nominations. Notably, Carroll earned 2 NAACP Image Award nominations for her outstanding contributions to the beloved television series Soul Food. Beyond her illustrious career, Diahann Carroll experienced a tumultuous personal life marked by 4 marriages. Her first marriage to record producer Monty Kaye in 1956 resulted in a daughter, Suzanne K. Bamford, before ending in 1962. Additional marriages to Fred Glusman, Robert DeLeon, and Vic Damone unfolded, each leaving a unique mark on her journey. Unfortunately, Diahann Carroll succumbed to cancer on October 4, 2019, in Los Angeles at the age of 84. Rosalyn Cash. Cash was the second child among 4 siblings, born in Atlantic City, New Jersey, to John O. Cash Sr., employed as a clerk, and Martha Elizabeth Cash. Alongside her brothers John Jr., Robert, and sister Helen, Cash completed her education with honors at Atlantic City High School in 1956. Following graduation, she pursued higher education at City College of New York, embarking on a diverse career spanning theater, television, film, and recording. Her theatrical journey included notable appearances in the 1962 revival of Fiorello, and as a founding member of the Negro Ensemble Company in 1968. Cash's memorable portrayal of Goneril in King Lear at the New York Shakespeare Festival opposite James Earl Jones earned her recognition. Additionally, she showcased her musical talents on the New York-based television show Callback, sharing the stage with Barry Manilow as the musical director. Despite her achievements, recordings of her performances remain elusive. Cash earned acclaim for her Emmy-nominated role in the public broadcasting service production Go Tell It on the Mountain. Even posthumously in 1996, she received another Emmy nomination for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Drama Series for her work on General Hospital. Her filmography boasted diverse roles, including appearances in Omega Man, 1971, Clute, 1971, and Uptown Saturday Night, 1974. Her final film, Tales from the Hood, 1995, marked the end of her cinematic journey. In addition to her acting, Cash contributed to Sesame Street, lending her voice to characters on the 1970 record album The Year of Roosevelt Franklin. Despite her achievements, Cash never married nor had children, passing away from cancer on October 31, 1995, at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 56. Brenda Sykes. Born in Shreveport, Louisiana, and raised in Los Angeles, Sykes hails from a family with a postal worker parent. She attended Susan Miller Dorsey High School, completing her studies in 1967. Following her high school graduation, she devoted 2 years to UCLA, majoring in political science and minoring in French. Acting on the recommendation of producer Aaron Spelling, Sykes engaged in the Professional Theater Workshop in Los Angeles for a 6-month period. Continuing her artistic journey, Sykes furthered her education under the guidance of actor Jeff Corey. Notably, she played the romantic interest of Jim Brown in Black Gun, a role that came about through Brown's personal endorsement. His efforts to secure her the role stemmed from his real-life attraction to her. Transitioning to television from 1973 to 1974, Sykes co-starred on Ozzy's Girls, portraying a college student residing with Ozzy and Harriet Nelson. Her diverse roles included Mandy, one of Jimmy Walker's girlfriends on the 1970s sitcom Good Times, a starring role in the first season of The Streets of San Francisco, and the character Summer Johnson on the CBS series Executive Suite. Sykes's personal life included a marriage to musician Gil Scott-Heron from 1978 to 1987, and she is the mother of poet Gia Scott-Heron. The filmmaker Esther Anderson aptly described her as exquisitely beautiful, soft, and refined, juxtaposing her with the fiery nature of Gil Scott-Heron. According to Anderson, she was the calming presence in his passionate life. Beverly Johnson. Born as the eldest of 2 children to Gloria Johnson, a surgical technician, Johnson grew up in Buffalo, New York, within the comfort of a middle-class family. Throughout her youth, she showcased her talents as a champion swimmer and harbored aspirations of pursuing a career in law. Johnson attended Bennett High School, achieving graduation in 1969. Post-high school, she pursued studies in criminal justice at Northeastern University. During a summer break in 1971, Johnson ventured into modeling, a decision that swiftly catapulted her into the industry's spotlight. Securing her first assignment with Glamour, Johnson's modeling career gained momentum, leading to appearances on over 500 magazine covers, including the prestigious August 1974 issue of Vogue. Her presence on Vogue's cover marked a groundbreaking moment, redefining beauty standards in the U.S. fashion landscape. By 1975, major American fashion designers embraced the use of African-American models, ushering in a transformative era. Recognizing her influential impact, Johnson received the Model Pioneer Award from the Women's Entrepreneurship Day organization at the United Nations in 2022, a recognition also endorsed by the U.S. Congress. In 2024, Johnson took center stage with a one-woman off-Broadway show titled Beverly Johnson in Vogue. Described as an intimate live biography, the performance allowed Johnson to share her personal experiences in the ever-evolving and captivating realms of fashion and entertainment. Beyond her professional achievements, Johnson's personal life has seen 2 marriages. Her initial union was with real estate agent Billy Potter in 1971, concluding in divorce in 1974. On May 8, 1977, Johnson, then 25, entered into a marriage with 40-year-old businessman and music producer Danny Sims. Their union welcomed the birth of their daughter, Anansa Sims, on December 27, 1978 in New York City. However, Johnson and Sims parted ways in 1979. Subsequently, Johnson engaged in a 5-year relationship with actor Chris Noth until 1995, during which she filed a restraining order against Noth, alleging incidents of physical, verbal, and racial abuse. Vanetta McGee. McGee entered the film industry with her debut role in 1968, sharing the screen with Jean-Louis Trintignant and Klaus Kinski in Sergio Corbucci's spaghetti western, The Great Silence. Simultaneously, she made her initial cinematic appearance earlier that year, portraying the titular character in the Italian comedy Faustina. Her prominence grew with notable roles in the 1972 blaxploitation films Melinda and Hammer. In the action thriller Shaft in Africa, 1973, McGee portrayed Alim, the daughter of an emir, guiding John Shaft, Richard Roundtree, through Ethiopian geography. During the same period, she took on a supporting role as an occult priestess in the Norliss Tapes. In 1974, McGee played Thomasine alongside Max Julien as Bushrod in the Western action film Thomasine and Bushrod, envisioned as a counterpart to the 1967 film Bonnie and Clyde. The following year, she starred alongside Clint Eastwood in the action thriller The Eiger Sanction, 1975. The 1977 film Brothers, featuring McGee in a role reminiscent of Angela Davis, faced removal from theaters due to fears of potential riots. In an Ebony magazine interview that year, McGee highlighted the decline in black-led films over the previous 2 years. Her television appearances included an episode of the 1979 TV series Starsky and Hutch, titled Black and Blue. Furthermore, she delivered a high-energy performance as Marlene, the lot manager in the 1984 cult classic Repo Man. Throughout her career, Vanetta McGee openly addressed the pervasive racism within the industry. Contrary to the narrative that singer Diana Ross's lead roles signaled equal opportunities in Hollywood, McGee argued otherwise. She had the luxury of a studio behind her, McGee pointed out. This is where a lot of us fell short. We all needed a certain amount of protection, but we were on our own. McGee shared a domestic partnership with actor Max Julien from 1974 to 1977, during which they co-starred in the 1974 film Thomasine and Bushrod. Despite her aspirations in writing and filmmaking, McGee faced an ongoing battle with Hodgkin's lymphoma, prompting her to take a hiatus in the late 1970s and early 1980s to prioritize her health. The 1984 film Repo Man marked her triumphant return to the screen. While working on Cagney and Lacey, she crossed paths with Carl Lumbly, whom she married in 1986. Welcoming their son Brandon in 1988, the couple became advocates for the American Lung Association. Diagnosed with cancer in 2001, McGee found unwavering support from Lumbly, who assumed the role of her primary caregiver. Sadly, McGee succumbed to cardiac arrest on July 9, 2010, at the age of 65. Freda Payne. Payne's roots trace back to Detroit, Michigan, where she immersed herself in the melodies of jazz icons like Ella Fitzgerald and Billie Holiday during her formative years. As a teen, she honed her craft at the Detroit Institute of Musical Arts, venturing into the world of singing radio commercial jingles and clinching victorious in numerous local TV and radio talent competitions. The year 1963 marked a pivotal move to New York City, where she collaborated with luminaries like Quincy Jones, Pearl Bailey, and Bill Cosby. Shortly thereafter, her inaugural jazz album, a collaboration with arranger Manny Album titled After the Lights Go Down Low and Much More, graced the music scene under the Impulse label. Expanding her repertoire to the theatrical realm, Payne undertook the role of Leslie Ugam's understudy in the Broadway production Hallelujah Baby in 1967, and participated in a production of Lost in the Stars with the Equity Theater. The year 1969 saw her signing with Invictus, the record label founded by her Detroit friends Brian Holland, Lamont Dozier, and Edward Holland Jr. Her inaugural Invictus release, Unhooked Generation, made its mark as a minor R&B hit. In the realm of personal life, Payne entered matrimony with American singer Gregory Abbott in 1976, a union that lasted until 1979 and unfolded in Chicago. Together, they celebrated their honeymoon in Acapulco, Mexico, and welcomed their son, Gregory Abbott Jr., on September 19, 1977, coinciding with Payne's 35th birthday. Subsequent to her marriage, Payne engaged in a relationship with American musician Edmund Silvers, lead singer of the Silvers, lasting from 1979 until January 1983. Notably, Silvers wrote and produced her 1982 single In Motion. Recognizing her achievements, Payne graced the cover of Jet magazine in 1974, acknowledged as a Dame of Justice of the Order of St. John of Jerusalem by the Prince of Romania. In 2017, Payne received the prestigious honor of induction into the Rhythm and Blues Music Hall of Fame, a recognition that unfolded in her hometown of Detroit. Sicily Tyson. Sicily Tyson, a revered American actress and model, gained acclaim for her portrayal of Rebecca Morgan in Sounder. Emerging from a society that marginalized black women as valueless, Tyson not only validated her worth but also set new standards. In contrast to peers who accepted any role for financial gain, Tyson maintained a discerning approach to her craft. Frequently rejecting film offers solely for monetary reasons, she meticulously selected roles that carried depth and significance. Consequently, Tyson's professional journey faced challenges, marked by the struggle to secure meaningful projects. Despite these hurdles, she left an indelible mark with notable performances in projects such as The Help, The Trip to Bountiful, the autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, Sounder, and Roots. Tyson's illustrious career earned her 4 Black Reel Awards, 3 Primetime Emmy Awards, a Tony Award, a Screen Actors Guild Award, a Peabody Award, and an Honorary Academy Award. At the age of 18, Tyson entered matrimony with Kenneth Franklin on December 27, 1942, only to face abandonment within 18 months. Although formally dissolved in 1956, the marriage left its mark. In the 1960s, Tyson was romantically involved with jazz musician Miles Davis, with plans for marriage interrupted when Davis wed singer Betty Davis in September 1968. Tyson and Miles Davis finally united in 1978, exchanging vows on November 26, 1981. However, this marriage also faced challenges, leading to their separation in 1988. Sicily Tyson, an influential figure, passed away on January 28, 2021, at the age of 96. In addition to her acting legacy, Tyson co-founded the Dance Theater of Harlem, and her significant contributions were honored with the renaming of a magnet school in East Orange, New Jersey, as the Sicily Tyson School of Performing and Fine Arts. Nichelle Nichols. Nichols initiated her professional journey as a vocalist and performer in Chicago before embarking on tours across the United States and Canada with the orchestras of Duke Ellington and Lionel Hampton. In 1959, she showcased her talent as the lead dancer in the cinematic adaptation of Porgy and Bess. Her entry into acting materialized with Kicks & Co., a 1961 musicale by Oscar Brown that garnered significant attention but faced an unfortunate fate. In this satirical piece inspired by Playboy magazine, Nichols portrayed Hazel Sharp, a seductive campus queen tempted by the Devil and Orgy magazine to assume the title of Orgy Maiden of the Month. While the play had a brief stint in Chicago, it caught the eye of Hugh Hefner, Playboy's publisher, who enlisted Nichols as a singer for his Chicago Playboy Club. She also took on the role of Carmen in a Chicago stock company production of Carmen Jones and contributed to a New York rendition of Porgy and Bess. Balancing her commitments in acting, singing, and modeling, Nichols revealed in her autobiography that she shared a romantic involvement with Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry during the 1960s. The relationship ended before the inception of Star Trek, as Nichols discovered Roddenberry's simultaneous connection with her acquaintance Majel Hudek, later known as Majel Barrett, who eventually wed Gene Roddenberry and assumed the recurring role of Nurse Christine Chappell on Star Trek. In 2018, amid a legal dispute involving her manager-turned-caretaker Gilbert Bell, Nichols' son Kyle Johnson initiated conservatorship proceedings. The court granted his petition in January 2019. Nichols' friend Angelique Fawcett who had expressed concerns in 2017 about Bell controlling access to her, contested Johnson's petition, advocating for visitation rights. This disagreement and a 2019 court case initiated by Bell over his eviction from the guest house on Nichols's property persisted as of August 2021. Nichols passed away on July 30, 2022, in Silver City, New Mexico, succumbing to heart failure at the age of 89. Tamara Dobson, born in Baltimore, Maryland. Dobson, the second of 4 siblings to Melvin and Evelyn Dobson, nee Russell, attended Western High School, an academically rigorous all-girls institution. Her father worked selling tickets for the Pennsylvania Railroad, while her mother pursued a career as a beautician. Despite financial constraints, Tamara had access to piano, tap, and ballet lessons, with her parents ensuring she received a comprehensive artistic education. Subsequently, she enrolled at the Baltimore Institute of Art, where she earned her degree before further qualifying as a beautician, following in her mother's footsteps. Dobson embarked on her professional journey as a beautician before transitioning into modeling. Her modeling career took off with fashion shows at the Maryland Institute College of Art, where she also obtained her degree in fashion illustration. Discovered in 1969, Dobson delved into filming commercials and expanding her modeling portfolio. Post-graduation, she relocated from Maryland to New York to fully immerse herself in modeling and acting. Dobson graced the pages of Jet magazine early in her modeling career and went on to become a fashion model for prominent publications such as Vogue magazine and Essence. Her presence extended to television commercials for Revlon, Fabergé, and Chanel. Dobson, recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records as the tallest leading lady in film, at 6 feet 2 inches, left an indelible mark beyond her iconic role in Cleopatra Jones. Her filmography included notable works like Come Back, Charleston Blue, Chained Heat, and Norman. Is That You? Dobson's versatility extended to television, with appearances in episode 13 of Buck Rogers in the 25th Century as Dr. Delora Bayless and season 2 of Jason of Star Command. Diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2000, Dobson faced health challenges. She passed away on October 2, 2006, at Keswick Multi-Care Center in Baltimore, Maryland, succumbing to complications from pneumonia and multiple sclerosis at the age of 59. Dobson, despite her remarkable career, remained unmarried and did not have children. Teresa Graves. Graves, born on January 10, 1948, the second of 3 siblings in Houston, Texas to Marshall, 1921-1967, and Willie Graves, 1920-2005, later relocated with her family to Los Angeles, California. After completing her education at Washington High School in 1966, where she earned the title of Most Talented from her senior class, Graves commenced the initial phase of her career as a vocalist with the Doodletown Pipers. Adding to her artistic repertoire, she also recorded a self-titled album in 1970. Transitioning to the world of acting, Graves became a regular presence on 2 variety shows, Our Place, 1967, and the notorious single episode of Turn On, 1969. In 1969, she embarked on a tour with Bob Hope's USO tour in Southeast Asia. Graves then solidified her acting career, securing a regular role on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In during its 3rd season. Her cinematic ventures included appearances in various films, notably in the 1973 film That Man Bolt, where she portrayed Samantha Nightingale. Graves' character met a tragic fate, being shot to death during a love scene with Fred Williamson, who played the lead role of Jefferson Bolt. Graves played a pivotal role in the 1974 ABC crime drama television movie and subsequent series Get Christy Love, featuring Charles Cioffi and Jack Kelly as Lieutenants Reardon and Ryan, respectively, serving as Love's supervisors. Noteworthy at the time was Graves being recognized as the second African-American woman to headline her own hour-long television series, following Diahann Carroll in Julia, which aired 6 years prior. Described in a November 1974 Jet magazine article as television's most delightful detective, the epitome of a tough lady cop with more feminine features than Venus, Graves made her mark. In 1983, she stepped away from show business to dedicate her time to her faith. Baptized as a Jehovah's Witness in 1974, Graves leveraged her celebrity to raise global awareness about the persecution of witnesses in Malawi under then-leader Hastings Kamuzu Banda's one-party rule. Residing at 3437 West 78th Place in the Hyde Park neighborhood of Los Angeles, California, Graves cared for her mother. On October 10, 2002, a fire broke out at Graves's residence due to a space heater. Discovered unconscious in a bedroom, she was rushed to the hospital and later passed away at the age of 54. Gloria Henry, born in Jacksonville or Winter Haven, Florida, sources differ. Henry, the elder of 2 daughters, saw her family, comprising her mother and sister, relocate to Newark, New Jersey, to reside with her grandparents during her early years. Henry pursued studies at Essex College of Business with a focus on law. Embarking on a diverse career, Henry served as a Playboy bunny at the New York Playboy Club from 1965 to 1972. Her foray into acting commenced in 1968 with a role in Sidney Poitier's film For Love of Ivy, followed by a modest part in the 1970 film The Landlord. In 1973, Henry achieved prominence as Rosie Carver, the sacrificial lamb in the James Bond film Live and Let Die. Notably, she became the first African-American woman romantically entangled with 007, breaking new ground in the franchise. Trina Parks, who portrayed a nemesis to Bond in Diamonds Are Forever, the preceding Bond film, is acknowledged as the inaugural Black Bond girl, albeit without a romantic involvement with Bond himself. Henry continued her career with prominent roles in 1970s blaxploitation films, including Across 110th Street, 1972, Slaughter's Big Ripoff, 1973, Black Caesar, and its sequel Hell Up in Harlem, both released in 1973. She also took on the role of Sydney, a martial arts expert, in Black Belt Jones, 1974, and featured in Savage Sisters, 1974, and Bare Knuckles, 1977. Henry's later filmography encompassed diverse genres, including the horror film Pumpkinhead 2, Blood Wings, 1994, and the action comedy Freaky Deaky, 2012. Denise Nicholas. Denise Nicholas, an American actress and writer, has also been an active social activist, notably contributing to the civil rights movement. Nicholas initiated her acting journey by participating in a Spanish play during her university days. Subsequently, she joined the Free Southern Theater, dedicated to bringing live theater experiences to rural African-American audiences. A key member of the Negro Ensemble Company, Nicholas commenced her television career with the series It Takes a Thief. However, it was her portrayal of Liz McIntyre in the series Room 222 that propelled her into the spotlight, earning her Golden Globe nominations for her compelling performance. Nicholas secured roles in notable films like Let's Do It Again and A Piece of the Action. Her television credits include appearances in series such as The Love Boat, Different Strokes, and Aloha Paradise. Notably, she played a significant role in the drama series In the Heat of the Night, even contributing as a writer for some episodes, marking the inception of her career as a writer. In 2005, Nicholas ventured into the realm of literature with her debut novel, Freshwater Road, a narrative set against the backdrop of the civil rights movement. The novel garnered acclaim, being recognized as one of the best books of 2005 by publications like The Washington Post, the Detroit Free Press, and the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. The following year, Freshwater Road earned Nicholas the prestigious Zora Neale Hurston Richard Wright Award for Debut Fiction and the American Library Association's Black Caucus Award. Denise Nicholas's personal life reflects 3 marriages. In 1964, she married Gilbert Moses, the founder of the Free Southern Theater, but the union ended in divorce in 1965 without any children. In 1973, Nicholas entered a tumultuous marriage with singer and songwriter Bill Withers, resulting in a divorce after a year. In 1981, she married football player Jim Hill, but the marriage concluded in divorce in 1984. Thelma Carpenter. As a young entertainer, Carpenter hosted her own radio program on WNYC in New York and clinched victory in an amateur competition at the Apollo Theater in 1938. Almost 6 decades later, in 1993, she received honors and performed on the all-star NBC TV special Apollo Theater Hall of Fame, hosted by Bill Cosby. Making a mark at renowned venues like Kelly's Stables and the famous door on the iconic 52nd Street, Carpenter's talent caught the attention of John Hammond. Her foray into the world of band vocals commenced in 1939 with Teddy Wilson's short-lived orchestra, recording tracks like Love Grows on the White Oak Tree and This Is the Moment for Brunswick Records. Joining Coleman Hawkins Orchestra in 1940, she contributed to the RCA Bluebird Records classic, He's Funny That Way. Later, in 1943, Carpenter succeeded Helen Humes as Count Basie's vocalist, recording hits such as the Columbia Records success, I Didn't Know About You, and popular V-disc sides like Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me, More Than You Know, I Dream of You, Tess's Torch Song, and My Ideal. Carpenter's career diversified in the 1970s as she ventured into acting, starring in the sitcom adaptation of Barefoot in the Park, various television movies, The Devil's Daughter, comedy shows, and feature films including The Wiz and The Cotton Club. Tragically, Carpenter experienced cardiac arrest and passed away in New York on May 14, 1997. She was cremated and left no immediate survivors. Marlene Clark, born on December 19, 1937, in either New York City or Los Angeles, Clark was brought up in the Harlem district of New York. Prior to entering the acting arena, Clark pursued a career as a fashion model. During the 1960s, Clark graced the screen in films such as For Love of Ivy, 1968, featuring Sidney Poitier, and Putney Swope, 1969, directed by Robert Downey Sr. Her appearance in Hal Ashby's directorial debut, The Landlord, 1970, marked a significant milestone. Bill Gunn, the screenplay writer for The Landlord, subsequently cast her in his unreleased film, Stop, 1970. Clark also starred alongside Jim Brown and Stella Stevens in Slaughter, 1972, and in the same year featured in Night of the Cobra Woman, 1972. Teaming up with Gunn once more, Clark played a key role alongside Dwayne Jones in the 1973 horror film Ganja and Hess. A.H. Weiler of the New York Times commented in his review, Miss Clark is a compelling presence as the enamored Ganja. Moreover, she occasionally imparts style and humor to an unbelievable character. That very year, Clark also had a role in the Bruce Lee film Enter the Dragon, 1973, portraying a secretary. Clark also appeared in Black Mamba, 1974, and in the same year she featured alongside Calvin Lockhart, Michael Gambon, and Peter Cushing in The Beast Must Die, 1974. In 1975, Clark was part of Switchblade Sisters. Other films from the 1970s included Clay Pigeon, 1971, Beware, The Blob, 1972, and Newman's Law, 1974. Transitioning to television, Clark took on the role of Janet Lawson, the fiancée of Lamont Sanford in the 1970s sitcom Sanford and Son. In 1968, Clark entered matrimony with Billy D. Williams in Hawaii. She became the stepmother to his son Corey from his previous marriage. Their union lasted a mere 3 years, culminating in an official divorce in 1971. In a 2000 interview, Clark disclosed an alarming incident, revealing she was nearly assaulted while filming a scene for Black Mamba. On May 18, 2023, Clark passed away, coincidentally on the same day as her Slaughter co-star Jim Brown. She was 85. Katie Lester. Katie Lester, originally named Ravoida Frierson, entered the world on August 16, 1934 in Hope, Arkansas. Raised by farming parents amidst a large family of 15 children, Lester's early exposure to music began in her church and school choirs. Awarded a scholarship to study music at San Francisco State College, she adopted the name Katie Lester and began her musical journey in the early 1950s, gracing the stages of San Francisco's Purple Onion Club. Her musical pursuits took her across Europe and South America as a vocalist with Cab Calloway's orchestra. Upon returning to California, Lester recorded her debut single, Queen for a Day, under the Everest label. Introduced to record producers and songwriters Ed Cobb and Lincoln Mayorga by Dorothy Shea, she secured a contract with Era Records in Los Angeles. In 1961, Lester's single Love Letters BW I'm a Fool to Want You was released. Despite her continued efforts with Era, success eluded her until 1964, when she signed with RCA. She released several singles and 2 albums, The Soul of Me and Where Is Love, showcasing an R&B-infused style likened to Dinah Washington and Nancy Wilson. Lester's accomplishments also included a Theatre World Award in 1964 for her role in the off-Broadway production Cabin in the Sky. Transitioning away from commercial singing by the early 1970s, Lester embraced an acting career. She was initially considered for the role later portrayed by Diahann Carroll in the TV series Julia, 1968-71, and made appearances in films such as Uptight, 1968, Blacula, 1972, Uptown Saturday Night, 1974, and The Prisoner of Second Avenue, 1975. Entering the television landscape in the 1970s and 1980s, Lester assumed roles such as Helen Grant on Days of Our Lives, 1975-77, and Hester Sue Terhune on Little House on the Prairie, 1977-83. She graced various television shows and movies, including The Night the City Screamed, 1980. In 1984, Lester marked her return to music with the gospel album titled I Saw Him. Her cinematic endeavors continued with appearances in Street Night, 1993, and the role of Aunt Lucy in House Party 3, 1994. Juanita Moore. Juanita Moore, hailing from Greenwood, Mississippi, was born to Ella, née Dunn, and Harrison Moore. Growing up with 6 sisters and 1 brother, she was part of a family that relocated to Los Angeles during the Great Migration. Initially, Moore showcased her talents as a dancer, gracing the chorus line at the Cotton Club, before venturing into the realm of film extras while concurrently pursuing theater. A pivotal figure, Moore served as the vice president of the original Cambridge Players, leading them to bring The Amen Corner to Broadway's Ethel Barrymore Theater in April 1965. Known for her associations with luminaries like Marlon Brando and James Baldwin, Moore played a crucial role in facilitating the financial support, $75 from Brando to Baldwin for writing the play. Her acting journey extended to film and television, featuring in Disney's The Kid 2000 and making guest appearances on Dragnet, Adam 12, Marcus Welby, MD, ER, and Judging Amy. A significant moment in 2010 saw the screening of a new print of Imitation of Life, 1959, at the Turner Classic Movies Film Festival in Los Angeles, where Moore and co-star Coner participated in a question-and-answer session, receiving standing ovations. Moore, married to Charles Burris for 50 years until his 2001 passing, encountered him when she stepped in front of his approaching bus. The spontaneous meeting led to a swift marriage, and their grandson, actor-producer Kirk E. Kellycon, heads Cambridge Players Next Generation, a theater troupe rooted in Moore's legacy. Juanita Moore peacefully passed away at her Los Angeles residence on January 1, 2014, at the age of 99, succumbing to natural causes. Jud Pace. Pace, the second daughter in a Los Angeles, California family, was born to an airplane mechanic and a dressmaker. Her elder sister, Jean Pace Brown, an activist married to musician and actor Oscar Brown Jr., influenced her upbringing. Post-high school, Pace pursued sociology at Los Angeles City College. Her cinematic debut unfolded in William Castle's 13 Frightened Girls, 1963, casting Pace as one of the title characters. A significant breakthrough awaited in 1968, when she became the inaugural black villainess on television, portraying Vicky Fletcher in the popular ABC TV soap opera drama series Peyton Place. Embarking on her TV journey, Pace headlined the drama The Young Lawyers on ABC for a season. Notably, she delivered a poignant performance as Linda, Gale Sayers' wife, in the acclaimed 1971 ABC TV movie Brian's Song. In 1972, Pace entered matrimony with actor Don Mitchell, and they shared the joy of parenting two daughters, Julia Pace Mitchell and Sean Michelle Mitchell, before parting ways in 1984. Interestingly, baseball luminary Curt Flood courted Pace in 1966 after encountering her on The Dating Game. Their romance lasted until 1970. Following her divorce from Mitchell in 1984, Pace and Flood reunited, sealing their bond in marriage in 1986, a union that persisted until Flood's passing in 1997. Lola Fana. Lola Fana, an emerging showgirl in America, has made a mark through her multifaceted talents in acting, singing, dancing, and modeling. Often hailed as the First Lady of Las Vegas, Lola embarked on her dancing career under the guidance of Dinah Washington. Possessing a unique style and captivating personality, she swiftly ascended to prominence in the country's show business landscape, eventually achieving global recognition. Born into a sizable family on September 11, 1942, in Camden, New Jersey, Lola, the third of 6 siblings, early on showcased her singing and dancing skills to contribute to her parents' income. In her teenage years, she took to the nightclub scene in Las Vegas, gaining rapid acclaim and transitioning into the realm of acting. Lola's Afro-Cuban heritage can be traced to her father, Bennett Fana, a former U.S. Marine Corps member turned welder, and her mother, Cleo Fana, a seamstress. After the arrival of 2 younger siblings, the family relocated to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Lola's journey into the nightlife began during junior high school, and a few months prior to her final exams at Germantown High School, she made the bold decision to drop out and pursue her musical career in New York City. This move, though met with frustration from her family, especially her mother, marked a significant step in Lola's artistic journey. While professionally associated with Sammy Davis Jr., Lola and Davis became romantically involved, leading to Davis's admission of the affair to his wife Mae Britt and subsequent divorce in 1968. Lola later married Feliciano Butch Tavares Jr. in 1970, but the union ended in divorce in 1975. Lola Fana, facing health challenges, including multiple sclerosis, eventually retired from the show business. Pam Greer, Pamela Suzette. Greer, commonly known as Pam Greer, has made a significant impact in American cinema, particularly through her notable roles in various blaxploitation films like The Big Bird Cage, Coffee, Foxy Brown, and Sheba Baby. Initially criticized for her involvement in blaxploitation cinema, she successfully staged a comeback with Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown, earning a Golden Globe nomination for her stellar performance. Born in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Pam Greer experienced a childhood marked by frequent relocations due to her father's military career, eventually settling in Denver. She attended East High School and aspired to become a doctor, participating in stage productions and beauty contests to fund her college education. Alongside her blaxploitation successes, Greer ventured into mainstream blockbusters such as Fort Apache, The Bronx, and Above the Law. Despite her professional accomplishments, Greer, known for her roles in Jackie Brown, has never been married. having romantic relationships with basketball legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and comedian Richard Pryor. Recognized for her contributions, she was awarded an honorary doctorate of humane letters from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore and an honorary doctorate of science from Langston University. In her personal life, Pam Greer's romantic journey includes relationships with basketball player Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from 1970 to 1973, comedian Richard Pryor from 1975 to 1978, and an engagement to music executive Kevin Evans in 1998 that concluded in 1999. Her connection with marketing executive Peter Hempel spanned from 2000 to 2008. Currently residing in Colorado, Greer has led a fascinating life, breaking barriers as the first black woman to grace the cover of MS Magazine in the August 1975 issue. Additionally, she secured a spot among Ebony Magazine's 100 Most Fascinating Women of the 20th Century. Diana Ross. Renowned Golden Globe-winning actress. Diana Ross has achieved remarkable success as a musician, making a significant impact in both the United States and the United Kingdom. Boasting a phenomenal record of over 100 million global record sales, Ross has secured an esteemed and enviable position within the music industry, distinguishing herself as one of the few female artists with over 70 hit singles. She holds the rare distinction of having 2 stars on the prestigious Hollywood Walk of Fame. Despite encountering obstacles and personal challenges, Diana Ross, known for her resilience and industrious spirit, has steadfastly navigated a career spanning more than 4 decades. Commencing her musical journey as the lead singer of The Supremes, Ross later embarked on a solo career, leaving an indelible mark with appearances in numerous films and television shows. Emerging as a legendary and iconic figure in the realm of female musicians, she has inspired a generation of artists, including Beyoncé Knowles. In 1973, Diana Ross earned the Golden Globe for Most Promising Newcomer, female, for her role in the film Lady Sings the Blues. Subsequently, in 1977, she received the Tony Award for Best Musical Special for An Evening with Diana Ross. Recognizing her enduring contributions, she was honored with the Lifetime Achievement Grammy Award in 2012. In the realm of her personal life, Diana Ross became romantically involved with Motown CEO Berry Gordy around 1965, leading to the birth of her eldest child, Rhonda Suzanne Silberstein, in August 1971. In January 1971, she entered matrimony with music executive Robert Ellis Silberstein, welcoming 2 daughters into the world. The union concluded in divorce in 1977. Subsequently, in 1986, Ross married Arne Næss Jr., a Norwegian billionaire and shipping magnate, with whom she had 2 children before their divorce in 2000. Notably, she served as the muse for the character Dina Jones in the film Dreamgirls. Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt, an American singer, actor, dancer, comedian, activist, and author, was a versatile individual whose influence resonated across various domains. Confronting early challenges born to an unwed mother, Kitt's journey took a resilient turn when her passion for music led her to the High School of Performing Arts, formerly known as the Metropolitan Vocational High School. Commencing her career as a singer with the Katherine Dunham Company, she delivered numerous hit songs, showcasing her distinctive voice. The iconic Santa Baby Christmas song remains a timeless testament to Kitt's vocal prowess. Her foray into acting included memorable roles such as Catwoman in the popular series Batman, where her trademark growl captivated audiences. Despite facing adversity following an anti-war statement at the White House, she rebounded with a successful Broadway comeback in Timbuktu, earning a Tony Award nomination. An accomplished voice actor in Disney movies, Kitt remained active in her profession until a few months before her demise at the age of 81, succumbing to colon cancer. Her enduring legacy is commemorated with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Eartha Kitt's personal life often made headlines, marked by relationships with businessman Charles Revson and banking heir John Barry Ryan III. In 1960, she entered matrimony with John William McDonald, an associate of a real estate company, and together they welcomed a daughter, Kit McDonald. The union concluded in divorce in 1965. Abbey Lincoln, Anna Marie Wooldridge, recognized by the stage name Abbey Lincoln, stood out as a renowned American jazz vocalist and songwriter celebrated for her avant-garde musical contributions. Emerging during an era entrenched in pervasive racism and sexism, she confronted formidable challenges as a Black woman, aspiring to forge a prosperous musical career. Exhibiting unwavering independence, Lincoln not only etched a distinctive place in the music industry, but also ignited inspiration for subsequent generations of Black women to assert themselves and advocate for their rights. Attaining prominence in the 1960s as a talented and glamorous personality in show business, she harnessed her fame to actively participate in the civil rights movement. Her lyrics resonated with the ideals of the movement, kindling fervor for the cause among her audience. Venturing into acting, Lincoln graced films like The Girl Can't Help It and Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Evolving toward more philosophical themes in her later songwriting years, she maintained professional vigor well into her 70s. Abbey Lincoln's impact extended beyond music, earning her the 1969 Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress in For Love of Ivy and the 2003 National Endowment for the Arts Jazzmaster Award. In 1962, she entered matrimony with longtime collaborator Max Roach, a partnership that concluded in 1970. Lincoln's enduring legacy persisted until her passing on August 14, 2010, in Manhattan, after facing health challenges in her final years. Madge Sinclair. Madge Sinclair, a Jamaican-born actress celebrated for her iconic portrayal of Nurse Ernestine Shoup in the series Trapper John, M.D., not only solidified her standing as a remarkable performer, but also ventured into entrepreneurship. Her self-designed nurse costumes on the show garnered immense popularity, prompting her to launch a line featuring designer nurse uniforms. Additionally, Sinclair earned acclaim for her role in the miniseries Roots and excelled as a voiceover artist, securing a Primetime Emmy Award for her contributions to the series Gabriel's Fire. Recognized by Jamaican communities in Chicago and Boston, she received various awards. In her personal life, Sinclair, married twice, co-owned art galleries devoted to Jamaican art with her second husband, and established a production company. In 1956, Madge entered matrimony with Royston Sinclair, a Jamaican police officer, and they became parents to two sons, Gary and Wayne. Moving to the U.S. in 1968 to pursue her acting career, she divorced Royston in the subsequent year. Despite the distance, Madge maintained connections with her sons in Jamaica, and they eventually joined her in the U.S. In New York, she encountered her second husband, Dean Compton, a production stage manager, and they married in 1982. Tragically, Madge Sinclair succumbed to leukemia on December 20, 1995, at Los Angeles' Good Samaritan Hospital. Following cremation, her ashes found their resting place in Jamaica. The family requested memorial contributions to Maxfield's Children's Home and the Greater Los Angeles chapter of the Leukemia Society of America in Kingston. We've witnessed their evolution over the years. It's evident that their charm and grace have only intensified with time. Let's celebrate the enduring legacy of these remarkable women who have left an indelible mark on the world of entertainment. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating content. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating exploration of the 20 most beautiful Black actresses of the 1970s, then and now. Until next time, stay tuned for more updates and reflections on the iconic figures who have shaped the cinematic landscape.